Hello there YouTubers and welcome to another Dr. Cassette video. Today I'll be presenting a homemade amplifier. And yep, as you can see, I have it sitting on top of my little ORM amplifier. And now back whenever I first saw these kind of small amplifiers as the little ORM amplifier there on eBay, I thought, well, you gotta build something like this by yourself. Well, here it is. I built it about a year ago, and now as you can see, it's not all homemade. I actually used the circuit board and components that I got out of a pair of computer speakers. The amplifier is using the two little TDA 2030A amplifier chips, which are having really good sound. And as you can see, those computer speakers used to have a power switch, volume control, bass and treble control. Unfortunately, I took that all out, all those regulators and the related electronics, so there's just the plain amplifier left and power supply with rectifier. I put in this pair of filter capacitors. Let's take a look at the capacity. 4,700 microfarads each. And so we take a look at the front. We have a power LED and power button, volume control, input switch. We have two inputs. Output switch, you can select if you want to have speakers or headphones. This is the headphone jack. Now I got to work on the circuitry for the headphone jack because, well, as you can see, I already built in some little resistors, but they are not big enough because the headphone output is just way too loud. So we take a look at the back. You can see the two inputs right there. This is the voltage input. This uses one of those power bricks. I am currently using a 15 volts power brick. Delivers 15 volts AC. And there we have the speaker outputs. It's one of those incredibly cheap speaker connector things that I got out of a cheap stereo. I want to replace that one day because it's really complicated to get the speaker wires into there properly. Anyway, again, it's hooked up to my Onkyo cassette deck. And let's turn this on. Unfortunately, it has a little hum as the power supply isn't stabilized. Probably hear it. Of course you can. Let's turn this on and let's give it a go. You better don't play that for too long. I have no idea if this is a copyright problem song or not. I just didn't want it to play the same song I used in the presentation of this ORM amplifier. I mean, that's kind of boring. Anyway, this amplifier, well, you can already see it doesn't have a tone control, and also it doesn't have that useless 3D sound feature. So it's not an exact copy of this amplifier. But, well, it's of course pretty close. This one, by the way, it goes quite a bit louder than the ORM amplifier. However, the chips are pretty good and pretty powerful, but because I'm using that stupid power brick, it simply runs out of juice before it reaches the actual maximum volume, as you're able to hear. Yeah, all distorted. The housing I used, well, it does have a top cover, but I currently can't find it. However, the housing came off a flea market. And this is out of a series of computer accessories, actually. You may be able to see, we look at the back, that this once was one of those data transfer switches where you could hook up 2 computers, and then you could have just one set of mouse and keyboard and monitor, and there was a switch in there so that you could do all the switching. And I really like those housings because they are very high quality and they are really nice if you want to build something. Recently found another one of these, the dump. I've already taken out the innards, but as you can see, it's almost the same. Data transfer switch. Now this one was to hook up 2 printers to 1 computer. You had those parallel ports on the back. So yeah, that's the housing. Yep, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you again soon.